Hey, this is Alex from Marketly here, and what I'm going through today is how to ensure that you're following up every single lead, every single phone call that you ever have to ensure that none are dropped. This is part of my how-to series on things to do inside Marketly as a mortgage broker so that you can get the most out of the system, build a better, more efficient business, retain more clients, get more customers, make more money, etc. So one of the big problems I know that many brokers face is that their CRMs, their aggregator CRMs, don't have a built-in leads section, and there's no way for leads to flow in from the website or from phone calls that they receive. And so what that means is that given that when we actually chat to someone, a lot of those people aren't ready to do anything just yet. What we find ourselves in a situation of is us having to put a note in our Outlook or a note, maybe like we're trying to use a separate system like ClickUp or Notion. Maybe we're just like putting a note in our diary, and it, especially as you start to scale, you get busier and busier. Keeping up with those leads and making sure that you're actually following up is really, really important. One of the things that I learned when I was back at Aussie, given that we had a lot of leads in the door, is that the follow-up, your money is made in the follow-up. And following up every single client multiple times. We were pretty aggressive at Aussie, I'll admit. We used to go like multiple times a day until, they would basically just like tell us either go with us or tell us to go away. You don't need to be that aggressive. I mean, I guess you can here if you want to, but you don't need to be. But what we're wanting to do is to make sure that we're following up every single client, because most of the time when we first jump on the phone with someone, they're probably not ready to go just yet. Sometimes we can get them there, we can sort of make them excited about the prospect of owning a home, get some numbers in front of them. But quite often they're waiting on a new job, a new contract, they're about to move. There's something happening in their lives that means they're not ready to go just yet, which means we need to follow them up at some point in the future, be that 1 month, 2 months, 6 months down the track. And so having a system to do that automatically, systematically, every single time will 100% make sure that you're going to earn more business. So in Marketly, you can see we've got this the leads section here. This is basically a Kanban. So any leads that come in off your website, any booked calls are going to drop straight into here. Let's assume that we've had a call come in and they're not ready to actually do anything yet. So we've had a chat, maybe they're a first home buyer. They might be ready in about 4 or 5 months because they're still saving up their deposit, whatever it is. I would encourage them to download the app, download Marketly. They can start having a look at properties. They can start to get their head around the tools and the values, and they can start saving properties. And maybe if they're going to a couple of home opens, they can start, doing those assessments as they're going through that home. But let's say they're not ready to go yet, and we want to follow them up in a couple of months' time. So in here, we'll use Jordan Test actually. Jordan Test, just one of my testers. It's me, just a test lead. That's my email address, my mobile number. We can take notes, obviously, so we can actually call the client directly from here using our VoIP soft phone, because that's the number that we're wanting to present to all of our clients. But let's say we've had that chat and we've gone, like first home, not, I don't know, 100K for whatever notes you have whatever notes, doesn't matter. Okay, what we're also wanting to do then is go send message. No, that's not correct. What we're wanting to do is go follow up. This one's better. So let's say at the end of that phone call, we say, hey, look, like really glad, really looking forward to helping you. Download Marketly. There's a whole bunch of stuff that you can do on there. But what we're going to do is actually give you a call in 6 months' time, or maybe check in 4 or 5 months and just see how see how the savings is going. If you've got any questions in the meantime, of course, feel free to reach out. You've got my number. But what if I reach out? We've got that savings goal for 5 months' time. Why don't I just follow you up sort of early in the new year and just see how you're going? Maybe sometime in January. The response you're going to get from the client is like, yeah, cool, of course, that sounds really great. So all you need to do is come in here and let's go. Why don't we say, look, we're going to be coming back to work on the weekend or the week of the 12th for 2027, January. How does sometime in that week sound? They go, yep, that sounds good and cool. So we've now changed it. And then what we can do is go, hi. We can add the first name. We can actually use the variable, or most likely we're going to go, hi, Jordan. Hope you had a great New Year's and a fantastic Christmas and break. Hopefully you didn't spend too much of that deposit over the holidays. Just reaching out as I said I would. Give me a call back whenever you're free, or just send me a text and we'll hook up a time to talk. Something along those lines. Let's edit that just a little bit. Make it look a little bit nicer. And then we can go Alex and then Voyage, because that's our company. Cool. And then we can send an email as well if we want to, but to be honest, most of the time a text is probably fine. So we're just going to turn that off. If you do send an email, it is going to be sent from your personal email address as long as you've connected it. All of that is in the help docs if you need to do that. And then we're going to go schedule. Done. Now, That's the first thing. And you will see now Jordan has automatically flipped across into follow-up. So he's in an automatic follow-up mode. Now, what happens after that is that if he is, let's say it comes January, you send that message and he's actually not ready to go, or maybe not even that, maybe he just doesn't respond. What you can actually do, and this is really where the gold in your business comes from, is the automatic follow-up. And if we could automate that, but keep it really high touch, really personal, then the better we are going to do. Let's jump into automations and let's set up a post-appointment automation. So let's say on that SMS that's sent out, you send it out and he doesn't respond. And it's usually standard that you don't get a response, especially if it's like 4 or 5 months ago. They've probably forgotten. It's probably the last thing on their mind. Maybe he's just coming out of Christmas, still in a coma, whatever. What we're going to do is we've already set this automation up and it's already attached to him. If he doesn't respond to that SMS, then the system is going to wait 2 days and then it's going to fire this. Hi, lead first name. So that's Jordan. Just following up on the SMS that I sent you a few days ago. Would love to continue the conversation that we started. Send a name, which is you, and company name, obviously your company. If he still doesn't respond, we are going to wait. I actually didn't put a wait step in here. Let's put in another wait step of, let's go another 2 days. And we're then going to send him, and then I got to hit save. Jump back into here. Wait 2 days, we're going to send him another SMS. Hi, lead name, so hi Jordan, thought we'd try again. Let me know if you'd like to rebook an appointment or just text me and we can jump on a call. I'll try giving you a call a little later if I don't hear from you. So the first follow-up, if you haven't contacted them for a while, is pretty frequently going to go unresponded to. It's usually the second or the third where they go, oh shit, like really sorry, I've been meaning to get back in contact with you, but the dog was sick and then, I crashed the car and then had to go on an international emergency holiday and I'm just back, but I'm definitely keen to do something. So it's usually at that point that you get the response, which is totally fine. At any point that you do get a response, this automation is going to cut out because obviously it's not going to be a good look if you're sending an SMS about contacting them when they've already contacted you back. What you're going to find is that at that point, you're able to send yourself a push notification to say, hey, this client needs following up. And maybe at that point, you can decide what to do and you can decide to give them a call. And you're going to find the lead is also going to fall automatically into the needs attention list. So basically, your follow-up is going to be any automations that you've got running are going to fall into the follow-up. Any that have fallen out of automation, you can send yourself either a text or a push notification on the app, and it's going to fall into this needs attention list, and you are going to be able to then do what you want. Either ditch them, you can mark them as qualified, converted, lost, whatever you want, and then it's just going to fall into that stage. I'd recommend trying to give them a call at least once. You'd be surprised how many people, even after multiple SMSs, you call them, maybe call them again, and then they're like, crap, I'm so sorry, but I'm meaning to get back to you. Life is going on. It's just too busy. But that's where the money is. I learned that very, very early on in my broken career with Aussie. That's all. Jump on board. I really hope that gets you more business. I think it's a really phenomenal feature. It's something that I wish I had at the beginning of my journey. And if you're interested in Marketly, then jump onto the website and book a call and we'll get you on board.